Hey y'all, it's Alec with Sharing the Journey. I can't tell you the number of times we've been asked, how do y'all do your laundry living in such a small motorhome with no washer and dryer connection? Well, I'll tell you what we used to do. We used to go to the laundromat either in the town where we were living or staying, or the campground that we worked at. If they had a laundromat, we would wash clothes there. And we were spending way too much money. During this video, I'm going to show you how we do laundry at home with our portable washing machine that has a spin dryer on it. But before that, I'm going to show you the unit. We'll take a field trip over to the campground and see what it cost here in West Yellowstone to do laundry. And then I'll come back and Cindy will help me set up the washing machine. We'll explain why we put it where we put it, how we use it, and give you a critique of how good it does. I'll give you a hint. We've had it for almost 3 years and we absolutely love it. But there are some problems with it too, and we'll go through that. Now, we paid $169. It's a Rovison laundry machine. They no longer, I searched on Amazon, they no longer carry that exact washing machine, but I found one that's close to it. It looks almost exactly like it. And it's the same price point that we paid for it. And I'm gonna link that in the About More down below the video, along with my Amazon link. If you want one, I'd appreciate it if you used our link. Doesn't cost you anything. Amazon pays us a small commission and it helps us out on our ventures. And that's the whole reason why we started washing our own clothes in the camper, to save money for adventures. Now, the one listed in the Amazon link is normally $159.99, which is $10 less than we paid originally for ours. It's on sale, 25% off, so it's $119.99. I don't know when you're going to watch this video, so I cannot guarantee that's the price. They also show other ones that are a little bit different than this one, that are more in price and less in price. But since we're doing a review on this unit, I found one as close to this unit that they still carry. And we're going to do the review on that. Just some quick stats I've got written down here, that it's a 14-pound twin tub compact laundry machine. Does not mean you can wash 14 pounds of clothes. You can wash 9 pounds of clothes. You can have 9 pounds in the wash side and 5 pounds in the spin side. I'll explain all that to you during the video. Let me show you how we store it when we set up in camping, and then we'll take our field trip and then come back. Stay tuned. So as you can see from the front of the camper, we have both our captain's chairs turned forward. Now, both of those do turn around, but since it's just Cindy and I, we prefer that space up there to be used for storage. We do have limited storage in a 32-foot motorhome. We've talked about putting a curtain up to block our storage area, but personally, we like to look out the window. The cat likes to get up there, and so we don't do that. Also, if that chair, the passenger chair where Cindy normally sits, is turned around, it blocks the entrance. As you can see as I walk up there, the entrance is right there next to the captain's chair. So you can imagine if it's flipped around, part of the entranceway is blocked. So up here on the passenger side, you can see we have all our laundry stuff. We have our compact washing machine, we have a drying rack, and we have hangers and clothespins. And then we do have to set it up on a stand. So I've got that black stand that makes into a box that we put it on. And then one of the flaws is you can see on the hose that it's got tape on it. One of the flaws of the machine is that the drain hose is a little thin, and we got a few pinprick holes in it. Early on, I put some duct tape on it, and for the most part it has fixed it, but we do put the towel out just to keep any splash and leakage from the hose off the floor. Then just if you're curious, on the other side, we store extra food on the driver's side that won't fit in the cabinet. Time for a road trip. Let's go over to the campground and take a look at what it costs to wash in the laundry room at the campground. As I explained in one of our earlier videos, we stay in the ranch next door to the KOA because we've got so many workers. So it's about a mile and a quarter to the campground. We are pulling, aren't the mountains beautiful? We're pulling into the campground now, and we're gonna go over and take a look and see what it costs to do laundry in the campground. And this may be the first. So here's the laundry room at the KOA. We were gonna check real quick what it costs to do clothes here. It is $3 to wash. I say 50 cents to dry. However, it normally takes about $1. So this is the laundry room at the KOA. So you can see we're back at the camper. I'm gonna show you a little bit. So here is the laundry. So we start off with the drawer is full, and so a little bit on the ground in front of it. The reason the drawer is so full is that we changed our sheets this week. Now we do not wash our sheets in the camper because it is just the loads are too big, and so we do take those to the laundromat. So there's sheets in the bottom. We have a king bed, so there's, you know, the fitted sheet, the full-size sheet, and the pillowcases takes up about half the bin, so that's why we've got a little bit on the floor. Let me get the wash machine set up and the clothes separated, and I will come back and we will look at the wash machine. All right, back from the campground, back to the ranch where our camper's parked. As you can see, I've got everything set up. There's the lovely Miss Cindy. Say hey. Hello. Cindy's job is to hang the clothes and to help me. It's
to supervise.
Yeah, okay, to hang the clothes and to help me sort. So as you can see down here on the floor in the living room, I brought the clothes out. We've got socks and underwear, yellows we call them, which are KOA uniforms, darks, and then we've got a bunch of other stuff. We've got a few towels, my t-shirts, pair of blue jeans. Like, I'll wash the blue jeans with the towels. So for our first load, we'll do the yellows, which is going to be a KOA yellow sweatshirt, which is pretty big. It's a 2XL because that's the only one they had. 2 of my t-shirts and 2 of Cindy's collared work shirts. So we'll start with those, and then we'll mix the rest of this together as needed. I think we've probably got 4 loads. So this is how we set up. We come into the hallway here, going back to the bedroom. You can see the bedroom back there. And we have the compact washer spin dryer sitting on top of a collapsible crate. I'll see if I can find the collapsible crate in Amazon and link that down below also. So instead of getting the water hooked straight up, is I just take the shower nozzle and put it inside the tub and fill it. There's the dishwashing soap. We'll do a video on that later. Cindy makes that with baking soda or washing soda, some kind of bar soap. Anyway, she can make it for a lot less than we can buy it, and it lasts for probably...
Better known as laundry soap, not dishwashing soap.
Right, so she's always correcting me. And then we have the drain down here in the shower. And if you look back behind here, I'll show you behind here, that's just the back. The drain comes out of the left side, wraps around back. And if you're not careful like me, you'll put the washing machine on top of it, and it will put pin pricks in the hose and cause a small leak. It's not that big of a deal. So let me get some water in it, and I'll bring you back when I start with the laundry. As you can see, I've got the shower head into the washing machine, filling it up with a blend of warm and cold water, or hot and cold water to make warm water. And there's 3 fill lines. Let me see if I can zoom in on this over here. On the side, you may not be able to see it. There's an L, an M, and then the top one is, so it's low, medium, and high fill rate. This right here is the overflow. So if you fill your tub up too far, it will drain out of that and out the tube. It's mostly gravity fed, but it does have a pump. And then this is where the water goes through this system here, and that bag catches your lint. That's one other thing, is when you dry your clothes in a traditional dryer, then you normally will get more lint off in the dryer than we get with this. So sometimes we do have to roll darks with the roll. But let me see, here's that sweatshirt going in, and then the rest of the clothes. So this is a sweatshirt and 4 t-shirts. And as you can see, it's about half full. At the most, I will put in like maybe 6 or 7 shirts at a time and wash that. So once I get it full and started, I'll bring you back. All right, so I've got the water in the wash machine. I actually had it running for a little bit, so you can see the dirt that's already coming off the clothes. And you can see I've got it filled up to that M or medium line back there in the back. And so let me turn it back on. You can see the wash action it does. You can hear the motor. So the water goes through the lint trap over there. So we'll let these wash. I set the wash on 15 minutes, and then I drain it. I'll bring you back for the drain. I refill it for the rinse cycle. If you had it hooked up, you would have a garden hose hooked here and a garden hose hooked there. Be wash water here, rinse water here. I just put it all in through the top. And so I wash it for 15 minutes, and then I usually do the rinse cycle for 6. Then we spin and hang. So I'll bring you back. All right, so the cycle just finished. As you can see, I keep this door closed, so we don't have to listen to the wash machine, even though it's not very noisy. You can come in here and see that it's done. Look how dirty that water is. Then we just come over here and hit the drain. You hear the pump go, pumps the dirty water into the tub. So I will bring you back when I start the rinse cycle and let you see. So as you see, I've got the rinse cycle going, or filling, and we just do that with cold water. We'll rinse all the detergent and stuff out. I will set the timer to 6 minutes, and as you see, all the water's drained out and gone down into the gray tank. And only thing about this setup, as I did not mention earlier, is so that we have power in the bathroom and draining in the shower, that it cuts off access to the bedroom. So we can't get to the bedroom while we are washing. But that's why we set the clothes in the living room on the floor that we're washing. But you know, your motorhome or camper could be different. My son has this same washer in his 5th wheel. They live in Ridgeway, South Carolina, and his just fits in the bathtub. We just have a shower, so we do it this way. You can set it up in your camper however you want, or small apartment, or whatever you're living in. So as you can see here, that the water is full. It does have a little bit of yellow tint to it. I guess that's because the clothes are yellow. So I'll turn the water off, shake off the nozzle, hang it back in the shower, close the lid, set the timer for 6 minutes, and we're rinsing. We'll rinse all the soap and stuff off of the clothes, and then we'll spin them out and hang them up, and then I'll bring you back when we're done with all the laundry and show you how the living room looks. So the rinse cycle is complete. Got the last little bit of dirt and laundry detergent and stuff off. Pumping the water out. On the spin cycle, you open it up. You have this little placeholder you put on top of the clothes when you get ready to spin them. And so I will spin the sweatshirt by itself, and I will spin the rest of the shirts first. Just move them all over to the spin side. And then so they make sure they get spun out good. I will keep the sweatshirt by itself because it's pretty heavy. Then we spin for about 2.5 minutes. You can see when I start spinning, it really throws the water out. And I'll bring you back when they get through swimming. When they get through spinning, and we'll hang them up. All right, so the spin dryer has finished spinning. We will grab some of the shirts out, take them in here to Cindy, give them to her. Let's go get the rest of them. And we will put the sweatshirt in the spinner. Set that for a little over 2 minutes. Take the rest of the shirts to Cindy to hang. As you can see, we've got a makeshift clothesline, which is just a piece of paracord. We hang stuff on hangers, and then they hang across the front window. So we try not to put my underwear or Cindy's panties and bras up there for everybody to see. We'll hide those in the back. But I'll bring you back when we're through with all the clothes, and you can see how the front fills up. So it took about 2 hours to get 4 loads of laundry done. That's what it ended up being when we separated it all out and put it in the washing machine. Now we've got it up to dry. We've got this metal hanging expandable rack here that the clothes can hang from. That's where we put all our smalls on, underwear, shorts, hand towels, that sort of stuff. Then on our homemade clothesline, back here, we've got all our shirts and pants hanging up. I tied little loops in the paracord, hung it across the front of the camper from the daybed. And then anything that doesn't have a loop, we put a clothespin on it to keep them separated from the other clothes. It takes about 1.5 days to dry. In the morning, the next morning, we will check the shirts and see if they are dry. Normally, most of those will be dry by morning. Fold those up. Then when we get home later in the afternoon, the pants should be done and will be finished. One other thing we use is, if we peek through here, is we have this umbrella drying rack that we just hang from one of the doors in our cabinetry. It's right here in the front window. That's where all the socks go. They're usually the first things to dry, and when we check the shirts, we'll check those. But that's very convenient, easy way to store the socks or to dry the socks. So that concludes how we wash our clothes. Like I said, we've had that spin washer for about 2.5 or 3 years. And is it hard to use, Cindy?
No.
And as you saw, we went over to the laundromat at the campground. $3 to wash. Talked to a lady there, said it's 50 cents to dry, but normally it takes twice. And I showed you where it said 50 cents on the dryer. So let's just say on average we would pay $4 to wash clothes, a load of clothes in the laundromat. What we did in 4 loads here would have been 2 loads at the laundromat, and we could have done them at the same time. However, it takes about 35 minutes to wash and maybe 35-40 minutes to dry. So if you do both loads, it's going to take about an hour and 10 minutes. So we spent about 50 minutes more here washing, and we still have to fold them, and we saved $8. Now you figure if you do that every week, and then we've been doing it for 2.5 to 3 years, the washer has paid for itself. Also, we're not having to leave the camper to go anywhere to wash clothes, so we're able to get other stuff done.
Yeah, we don't have to cart them everywhere.
So we save gas, wear and tear on the car. I know when we were in Columbia Falls, before we got the washer, we would have to drive to town because the laundromat was so small at the little campground that we were. Actually, this one right here, Columbia Falls RV Park. So you save time by not having to leave your camper. You can get other things done. While we were washing clothes, we did laundry. We did dishes. I swept the floor. We watched some TV. We put together our grocery list, and so we got a lot of other stuff accomplished while we were doing clothes in the laundromat. And Cindy was saying something the other day about how it makes you feel. How does it make you feel being able to do the laundry here?
Well, we didn't use it for a while. We used the laundry facility at a campground we were at for all winter.
Because it was free.
Yeah. And then we got here, and laundry wasn't free. We were going to have to pay for it. And we said, why are we going to do that when we've got this spin wash machine? So we started doing it, and you feel more self-sufficient. Like you don't have to depend on finding a good, clean laundromat to go to. Like Alex said before, we still have to do our sheets and our comforter in a laundromat because it's king size. There's no way you're going to do that.
Too big for the washing machine.
Yeah. So I guess we technically could do the sheets. We would just have to do them in sections. It's just easier to go to the laundromat and do it all at one time. But you do feel more self-sufficient when you can just use the spin wash at the house at your convenience. You don't have to worry about when the laundry room's open, closed, whatever. And you're not spending the extra money.
Lots of times we'll get off work at 11 o'clock at night. We work in this campground 1 to 10. By the time everything's counted up, we've got the store cleaned and everything. We get home between quarter to 11 and 11. And we stay up to 1 o'clock watching TV. I may pull the little washing machine out and do a load. Maybe 2. And so it's just convenient. So I went through and found all the items that we showed you today in Amazon. I put them down in the description, the more below. And if you need any of these products or want to help support the channel, we asked you to use the links before, but the spin washer, the umbrella dryer, all that type of stuff is listed in the description below. So we want to say thank you for watching. Happy camping, and get those clothes clean.